What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, a certified personal trainer, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps. If you'd like to follow me on social media, here's how you can find me. It's typically Instagram or TikTok. That's where I'm the most active. So pick your platform and hit the follow button. Today is a doozy. Why am I in the same outfit? Because I am batch filming today. We are getting stuff done and I'm very excited about it. Want to thank the person that sent this video to me. You know who you are. I appreciate you so much. And if you have something that you want me to see, you can simply submit it on my website, erinbees.com. Optavia is one of those companies that I absolutely cannot stand. They're at the top of my list of companies that I cannot stand. Why? Because in my opinion, they do the most damage. And in my opinion, they create disordered eating habits. They create a distrust within people and their relationship with food, and they create fear. And they put a lot of emphasis, allegedly, on the size of your waist and the number on the scale. And that's not always the clearest picture of health. So please know before we get into today's video that that is going to be the topic at hand today. So if that is something that can be triggering for you, if you're not in a place where you are ready to hear about it, talk about it, comment about it, please skip this video. Because Optavia, I can't wait for them to go under. I can't wait, and I think we're getting closer. But anyways, so this is Summer, and Summer and Mike currently is battling prostate cancer, and I hope that he beats it. And it seems that he is going the non-traditional route, and I have my feelings about that. And I think we all kind of know what I mean by that. And I hope that he beats cancer. I'm just going to say that. In my opinion, if you are using weight loss from a cancer diagnosis to pitch a multi-level marketing company's product, that's disgusting, which is exactly what I think Mike has been doing. There's been a lot of emphasis on his weight loss and how good he looks, and see, it's Optavia and blah, 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 blah. And there's a reason why when you go to the doctor, they ask if you've experienced any sudden weight loss, because it's one of the symptoms of cancer and many other things. But anyways, I wanted to talk about that here first. I do hope that he beats cancer. I do hope that he, I'll just say that. I hope he beats that. Switching tracks. Now, let's talk about Optavia's, and I don't even think it's Optavia. I think it's distributors that are putting together this 10-day fat blitz. And I've heard it mentioned several times, but I have noticed an influx of people sending this information about some of the people in Optavia doing this program. And essentially what it is, thanks Dan Valentine for posting what this is. It's a 10-day fat burn blitz. And guess what? It's only $192 for 10 days. What do you get? You get you get 5 powdered Fuelings, which is their food product that they put out. It's only the powdered ones. So it's not any of the bars or anything like that. Only the powdered Fuelings. And 2 whey protein tubs, because you're going to have 3 powdered Fuelings a day, 2 whey protein shakes a day, and you'll have 1 full lean and green meal a day, which is basically protein and some sort of green vegetables, essentially, for 10 days. Now, before we even get into what Summer is saying, the theme that I want for this video is for people that are considering doing this or taking on any of these crazy fad restrictive type ways of eating. Ask yourself, what happens after the 10 days? What happens? Because if you lose some weight from extremely restricting your calories. I mean, this is probably, I want to say, maybe 1,000 calories a day, depending on what you have for the lean and green meal. This is a very, very small amount of calories that I'm seeing from this picture that Dan Valentine shared. If you lose weight in those 10 days, what I'm trying to say is, what happens when you start increasing your caloric intake? Oh, you're going to gain it all back. So when you see these things online, whether it's an MLM company or not, and they're like, hey, we're going to do this 10-day blitz of any kind that has to do with weight loss, ask yourself what happens on day 11. What happens when you start increasing your caloric intake? You're going to gain it back. So just skip all of it and go with what we know to work, monitoring how many calories you're taking in, what you're burning, and if there's anything, any additional factors, you require medical assistance for different things that are going on, then work with the medical professionals. But please do not listen to these people in MLM, because they're just trying to sell you an overpriced product. They are not qualified to give you any advice, but don't take my word for it. Let's hear directly from Summer. Can't wait for this one. I also really love that she's wearing a Hive Fitness tank top, because I believe that is Doug and Tia Wood's gym that they've opened in Arizona. Love that. Obviously, that's sarcasm.
Last 6 days. Today is my day 6. Here's the deal. We are always a work in progress.
Of course.
And I know that some of us might not even realize that you're either moving forward or you're moving backwards.
No. See, that's not true. And also, what are we measuring? Are we measuring weight? Are we measuring goals? Are we measuring how much weight you can push or pull? How many steps you can get in your day? What are we measuring here? You're either going forward or backwards. That's not true, because plateaus exist. But please tell us more, Summer.
The reason that Mike and I have navigated this last year, I have fluctuated in my weight and stress and just feeling bloated and crappy for the whole year. Honestly, I've allowed emotional things to come in and me to not feel my best. So I decided, you know what, Summer, I need to do this 10-day fat burn blitz too. So I jumped in to do 10 days of like literally strict, I'm going all in my program.
Optavia is already strict. This is like next level strict within Optavia. I hate this so much.
In my health and moving forward. Why? Because for the last year, I have been frustrated, and I did a post on this, you can go back on my timeline, about feeling just completely bloated in this area. Like, oh my gosh, I just feel so bloated. Well, I got to share with you, in the last 6 days, now I am a slow loser, there's other people that have lost more, but I'm down 2 pounds. My bloating is down so much. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, as if you're not sucking in your stomach when you're doing that side pose. That's why you have your hands pulled back like that. Summer, be for real right now. This company and these people's emphasis on weight, the size of the pants that you wear, is absolutely disgusting. I hate it so much. Ugh.
Show you a picture. I'm actually going to do this picture today with a picture that I took just the other day in a jean dress that I posted about how I felt so bloated. Here's the deal. I understand that I'm not at a place where a lot of people would look at me and say, oh, Summer, you need to lose weight. It's not about the weight, y'all.
It's not about the weight, but you just made sure to emphasize that you lost 2 pounds in 6 days.
Choosing to move forward. It's about always leveling up. It's about, honestly, feeling better in your own skin, putting on that dress and not allowing insecurities to rule you because you feel uncomfortable. Because if you've ever felt that way, know that you are not alone. I have been in those places so many times I can't count.
And this is a perfect example of somebody in a multi-level marketing company that's selling a health and wellness product, trying to emotionally manipulate their audience to say, listen, I've been where you're at. I know how uncomfortable you feel. This is the answer. And that answer is like $400 a month. And it comes with, in my opinion, a side of disordered eating. So don't do it. You're better off spending money working with a registered dietitian. Many people's insurance companies actually can cover that too. So look into that. Don't listen to these people.
Literally had those feelings over and over again. I looked at Mike the other day and I was like, babe, I feel like in 1 year I have aged significantly just from the stress and the pressure that we have been under. And I can see it on my face. I can see it in my body. I can see it in the inflammation that I deal with.
As if restricting your calories is going to help with the emotional turmoil that she is facing with her husband battling cancer. Unbelievable.
What I love is that we have a program that when you lean into it, even for 10 days, y'all, you are going to see changes. You are going to see radical changes.
Well, of course, if you are restricting your calories for 10 days from anywhere, I'm estimating anywhere from 1,000 calories to maybe 1,300 calories a day, and you're used to eating substantially more than that. Yeah, there's going to be weight loss. Temporary, I'm going to say temporary weight loss. But again, what happens on day 11? What happens on day 12, day 15, when you start actually taking in more calories? You're going to slowly put, depending on how many calories you're taking in, you're going to put that weight back on. This is a cash grab based on people's insecurities and desperation. That's what she's doing here, in my opinion. A 10-day anything, unless you're like, hey, in the next 10 days, I'm going to work on increasing my steps, or I'm going to increase on whatever. But when we're talking specifically about weight loss, a 10-day fat burn blitz, no.
And it's not about just doing 10 days. It's about moving forward. It's about drawing a line in the sand, choosing your health. Sorry, my dogs use the restroom.
You can choose your health without joining Optavia. In fact, I highly suggest that. I highly suggest saying no to Optavia and yes to your health. Thanks for that, Summer.
Outside, and they are acting like they deserve a treat. And the way they do this, here they are, Lily.
Cute pups.
Well, you got to take it. The way they do this is they constantly lick the back of my heels until I give them a treat.
Why do these MLMers walk around while they're live? Do you not realize that you're giving your audience whiplash? Do you not realize that can make people motion sick? Why do they? I don't understand. Set up a tripod. You could stand and do it. Stand, your kitchen or the backyard or whatever. It's actually kind of nice now that she's inside because there's no traffic noise. But why do they do that?
Here's what I wanted to come on here and tell you. If you are like, okay, Summer, I've been watching you for years now. I've been at this for 10 years. You haven't stopped. You haven't stopped sharing. You haven't stopped talking about what is happening in your world. Why is that? One,
because your income is dependent on you manipulating your audience emotionally to think that they need to join Optavia. This is an unfortunate pause too, which I will not apologize for, because I'm sure the facial expressions I make when y'all pause it, y'all have sent me some of them and it's hilarious. Unfortunate pause. But anyways, if she's not sharing her life, then she's not going to get people in Optavia, because that's what you're taught in MLM, is to share everything. Everything in your life is content. She just talked to us about her dogs going to the bathroom and it being content, essentially.
Because I know this is for me to move forward in my own personal health. I know that if I'm going to move forward, me holding myself accountable to you is what changes things for me.
This company and these people in this company use accountability to flip their customers that have had any kind of quick weight loss results from their Optavia 5-in-1 plan into coaches. You can be held accountable from somebody that is not financially benefiting off of you. You could find somebody that has similar goals as you, that maybe goes to the same gym as you. If your goals are weight loss, if your goals are you want to build muscle or gain weight or whatever, you can find people that are not selling you a multi-level marketing company that you can be accountable to, and vice versa. This is a warped sense of accountability, community, and it's all predatory, in my opinion.
Also know that most people are not surrounded by people who are championing them and helping them
move
forward. Most of us are surrounded by people that are trying to pull you down, that are not allying you.
How very us versus them of you. Yeah, I've never seen that from somebody in an MLM company that's basically trying to say that if you're not with us, you're against us. Wow.
Like, I know that it's not about the way you look on the outside. It is how you feel on the inside. It is about choosing health. Mike and I, man, this year, one thing I know is I am so grateful that we have decided to move forward in our health. And I'm so grateful that
It's really weird to me because every MLM kind of has their own language. What I mean by that is they have their own kind of words that help us to identify. When I say us, I mean the movement, identify what company they're a part of, because a lot of them are very secretive with what company they're a part of. And so you can kind of decipher from the words that they use. And some of the words that you'll see from Optavia are choosing health, a body in fat burn, a body on fire, a body in fat burn. How does it go? A body in fat burn is a business on fire. People in this company, I'm not saying Summer does, maybe she does, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if she says what I'm about to say here, or if she does what I'm about to say here. There are many uplines in Optavia that allegedly will guilt their team into ordering this overpriced food as a way to thank their upline. I'm not kidding. That has been alleged to me several times. Why? Because then that upline gets paid off of it. I've given you some of the cult words that these people use, but it's interesting that she's saying, oh, Mike and I have chosen health this year. He happens to be battling cancer, but the lines are blurred for me. Is she talking about Optavia, or is she talking about Mike battling cancer? Because obviously the battling of cancer is huge. That's extremely important when it comes to his health. But because of how they use the word choosing health or to get healthy, what are we talking about? It's the lines are blurred here. And I don't know if she's doing that on purpose, but it makes me uncomfortable.
We are literally arm in arm with others that are doing the same. That's what it's about. We want to help people change their lives. That's our passion. And whether it's jumping in for a 10-day fat burn blitz and seeing how you feel on the other side so that then you can go to your next level, then that's maybe.
How is a 10-day anything going to take you to next level? What do you mean, Summer? Do you have oh, hey, now we're going to get into the 5-in-1. You've done the 10-day fat blitz, whatever. And now we're going to sell you this over $400 worth of food. You've already kind of done it, so you might as well continue it. Gross.
Maybe what you need. I mean, literally for right around $200, you can try our program. It's going to replace 90% of what you're eating, and you can get into fat burn. You can feel amazing. I'll
just tell you right now, this 10-day fat burn blitz that has 5 powdered fueling boxes and 2 whey protein tubs and the lean and green meal that they're talking about is not going to replace 90% of what I eat. Absolutely not.
Just on a Zoom with my friend Alex, who literally has lost, I think she said 7 pounds or 8 pounds in 6 days.
I'm sorry, what? That's not healthy. That is not healthy at all.
And she feels,
in my opinion,
like the clouds have lifted from her head. She has energy out the wazoo. I just also got a text message. I'm going to put it here in my story from my friend Sally, who in one day, the inflammation in her body went down so much, 6 pounds of inflammation off her body.
And how do you know that's 6 pounds of inflammation? By the way, 6 pounds in one day, that is beyond alarming. Remember at the beginning of this when I said this is not healthy? I feel like, what happens after day 10? What happens after all of this? Yeah, what happens when these people who are so excited about this rapid weight loss that could be anything, what happens when they start gaining weight again? Oh, in my opinion, Summer's going to prey on them again to buy even more products. This is only, it's under $200. Oh, now this next program is $400 plus. This is so disgusting to me.
In one day from doing the 10-day fat burn blitz. Guys, now is the time. Now is the time to try something where your life could be changed forever.
And that something should not be Optavia, in my opinion. It should absolutely not be this company or any multi-level marketing company for that matter.
And not only impact your life, but it could impact the lives of those around you. I know I want to be here when I have grandchildren.
Ah, yes. Yeah. More, I don't even, do I call this fear mongering? Because essentially I feel like that's what she's doing here. I don't want to be the grandma that can't get up off the floor. I don't want to be the grandma that can't chase around my grandchildren.
Be that grandpa or Grandpa Mike. Or grandma who is sitting on the couch, has no energy to play with their grandchildren. I want to be that fun, funky grandma, like my dad who goes to the gym with me and works out with me and challenges me. And like my mom who, man, we could go all day long and that woman still has energy for days.
Love that.
It's because they've chosen their health. Are
they on Optavia? Are they in Optavia? Are they coaches in Optavia? This is so ridiculous.
They've chosen to move forward. And yeah, my dad is battling Parkinson's right now. But you know what the doctors have told him? The reason why his disease has been so lessened and his effects are lessened is because he chose health.
I don't think you could say that. Remember a few minutes ago when I said that it's murky, the lines are blurred? Is she talking about Mike battling cancer as prioritizing health, or their culty word of choosing health in Optavia being on plan, on program? They say those words too, as far as cult language. Let me know in the comments what other culty language you have seen from Optavia or you experienced when you were a part of Optavia, because I know there's a lot of people that watch these videos that were a part of Optavia, and I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. But are you trying to say that your dad, who is battling Parkinson's, are you basically trying to say he's on plan and that's what has prevented or slowed, it sounds like, his battle with Parkinson's? Because I'm pretty sure you can't say that.
Because he chose to get healthy. Today, what are you choosing? Because your indecision is a choice.
Oh my God.
Your indecision to move forward is a choice. You don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be stuck when so many people are moving forward. So, how about today? Draw a line in the sand like I did 6 days ago. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to do this Blitz. Summer, you have used the excuse that you and Mike are going through a lot to not make a decision. So I made a decision 6 days ago and I am down 2 pounds.
But remember, it's not about weight loss, right, Summer?
In 6 days. Ooh, hey, look at that. Even Facebook wants to celebrate my 2 pounds.
What?
That's so fun. I want to do it the whole time. Okay, but 2 pounds in 6 days. I have friends that are down 6 pounds in a day. I have other friends that are down 7 pounds in 6 days. Guess what? 2 pounds of inflammation off my body. I feel so much better. And even while
I don't think you can say it's 2 pounds of inflammation. It could be water weight. It could be a number of things. But to say it's 2 pounds of inflammation, how are you measuring that, Summer? Where are you getting your scientific data?
I had a migraine. So just so you know, on, I think it was Monday and Tuesday, I don't remember the day, I got a 2-day migraine. That normally when I get migraines, and put a heart in the chat if you've ever had a migraine.
Oh.
Normally when I get migraines, I actually gain and I get inflamed. So I'll gain a couple pounds while I have a migraine. And also, I usually just throw out any plan.
I'm sorry, who is weighing themselves when they have a migraine? And why? Why would you do that? If you have a migraine, I would think that that would be the last thing on your mind. You know what? Let me get on the scale and see how much weight I've lost or gained because I'm not eating because I have a migraine. What are you talking about, Summer? This is a perfect example of what I believe to be disordered habits.
Out the window, or I'm just like, ugh, I just don't feel like eating. Well, during this migraine, lots was happening in our lives. And I just decided, you know what? I'm going to stay true to my program. I'm going to lean in. I'm just going to keep doing it the whole time. I'm going to eat even when I don't feel like it. And I'm just going to stay consistent. 2 pounds down during a week when I had a migraine.
Why are you making your voice like that? Are you okay?
Boom. That's called winning. Do you want to win? I'm here to help you.
I'm sorry. That was really funny. Do you want to win? Do you want to lose 2 pounds? Taking in small amounts of calories? Are you on the winning team? Are you ready to get healthy? Summer, please stop. Please stop.
Let's do a 10-day blitz together because this blitz is just the beginning of what's next.
Oh.
That's it. That's what we're doing here.
Wonderful.
I hope you have a great day. Bye.
Goodbye. That was about all I can handle of Summer and her ridiculous claims. Yeah, that was a wild ride. What did y'all think? Are you guys okay? By the way, I'm going to go have a snack. The snack that I'm about to have is probably a meal for some of these people in Optavia, which is unfortunate. Fuel your bodies, okay? If you loved today's video, feel free to give me a thumbs up and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. It helps me get the word out so that people don't fall victim. I'm using that word very specifically to these types of schemes and scams and, in my opinion, disordered eating habits. And who weighs themselves when they have a migraine? Summer, are you okay? My God, just take care of yourself. Ugh. Anyways, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching all the way through, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.